So we'll start over. The reason why I wanted to have you on the podcast is that you enjoy doing the things that you like doing. And I asked you, like, that's something that you obviously enjoy doing. So the quote that you just said, it's like, do what you love and then you'll never work a day in your life. Dude, that's a great quote. Where did you first start embracing that philosophy?
I just do shit that I don't do shit that I don't like to do, you know?
Right.
I like to do shit, have fun, be silly, be funny. And I like to put content out there for other people to enjoy as well.
Yeah.
We all have followers and stuff like that. So I try to just cater to the following that I have as far as MMA or just being stupid, man. I'm just
you're silly.
You know, I'm just goofy. I mean, I've been called goofy my whole life, and I don't do it on purpose, but I don't like to be called goofy. I don't like to be goofy, but like that's just how I am, bro.
Yeah,
so
that's something I appreciate about you. Big time.
Yeah, that's just me.
Yeah, because I think one thing that's important to note is that when don't take yourself too seriously, then I feel you're able to perform a lot better in my mind. Because, for example, whenever I'm like maybe putting out a piece of content and it's like nice and easy and I'm not so stressed out about it or pressured about it, I can like placate to the content and just kind of do whatever I need to do without overthinking.
Right.
Like analysis paralysis, I guess you can call it.
Yeah.
Do you experience that maybe when in your fights, like if you're thinking too much, maybe you like don't fucking throw as compared to when you're loose, you can just fucking do whatever you need to do?
Yeah, exactly. I do. Going into a fight, you can't think too much. You just gotta just react. And so the preparation up until the fight is all drilling. So you'll drill the same move for 30 minutes. Boring. Boom. Cross hook, jab. Jab, cross hook. Jab, cross hook. The coach will say, go drill that for 30 minutes. So in the fight, it comes out jab, cross hook without you even thinking.
Yeah.
So if I had to go in the fight and I hear my coach say jab, cross hook, and I start thinking about it, it's not going to come out right. So you just react.
Yeah. So that makes sense. You just got to ingrain it in your head so you don't have to think about it.
Yeah. And then, I mean, once you think too much, I know like when you're putting out content just like you do, I don't know about you, but the first time you do something, like if you're trying to put out content, if you're trying too hard, but the first time you put out, you film it, it's the best one.
Yeah.
The first time you do it is always the most original and the best one. You know what I'm saying? You do it like 10 times, it doesn't come out good. You know what I'm saying? You end up posting the first one you did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of overthinking it as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you want to get it perfect, but that first one I've noticed is always just
natural.
It's natural. It's the best one. So that's the one that always ends up getting posted.
And I think there's something to be said about that being natural, because I think people can feel that, like when you're coming across natural, and they vibe with that. They enjoy that as compared to being calculated and trying too hard. You don't want to be a try hard.
No. Definitely not. Definitely not. We don't like those guys.
Yeah. So what made you get into DJing?
You know what? I've been into DJing since 2013. My brother was a DJ. My little brother, he was into it since he was like 10 years old.
Wow.
And I was always in sports, never thought anything of it. Well, he stopped DJing, was going to sell his stuff. I said, no, you know what? Let me just let me play around with it a little bit. He's like, okay. So 2013, I was just messing around with it, enjoyed it, loved it. I was still fighting at the time, so I couldn't really put all my efforts into it. But I was just doing it on the side just to have fun. But I started doing like house parties.
Yeah.
I don't know. You probably came to a couple of the house parties over here at my place. Back in the day, I would do like weddings. I did my company party at my work.
That's cool, man.
I've done just like frat parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
but I was still fighting at the time, so fighting was my top priority. You know.
Yeah.
So I had coaches, I had to pay and stuff like that. You know, once you get to the pro level, money's involved, so people are putting their time and everything, so you really can't mess up with their time.
For fighting.
For fighting, yeah. So that was my first priority, but
yeah. What do you enjoy about DJing besides you kind of just wanted to play around with it? Because obviously you're still continuing to do it. You must still enjoy it. What is about DJing that you enjoy? Because I can see like that piece of content that you most recently put out with the bust down, Tatiana, bust down. Where you're wearing like the Paris shirt and everything like that. You know, it's cool. It's colorful. So do you use a green screen in the background?
Green screen, bro. I just got it.
Green screen?
I
Okay.
just got the green screen 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago? Okay.
And I put out those 2 videos. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you use in order to edit your videos?
I'm using Final Cut.
Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you find like it's an easy program to use?
Oh yeah.
For Apple?
For Apple, for Mac.
For Mac.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I feel it's easy.
Nice.
What are you using?
I use Sony Vegas.
Okay.
So, yeah, for PC. My friends use it, so I'm like, dude, like, I don't know if I have the time and energy to, and that's like bullshit on my part because I do have the time and energy to learn. Because I had an Apple computer before, but I was just like, I learn best by either videos or learning from somebody directly, and that's kind of what I enjoy the most, learning from somebody directly. So my friends use it. So I was like, I'm just going to use it too.
Right. Yeah. YouTube taught me how to use Final Cut.
Yeah.
My brother wouldn't help me. My brother's a master at Final Cut Pro.
Dude, Sean?
And Sean. And
dude,
he's like,
wicked.
I'll go there and ask him every 5 minutes questions, and he's getting annoyed.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, go figure it out. I had to figure all this shit out by myself. Go figure it out. That was the best thing he told me because it made me, figure it all by myself. And I learned even better than him just telling me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And doing it for me.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm
learning
saying?
it on your own.
Yeah. So
that's cool, man. Well, I enjoy your content like a lot. It's fun.
Thanks, man.
Looks like you're having fun, and I think that's a interesting thing to like. When you see people having fun, you have fun too. Like when you see people smile, you smile as well. So I get a lot of enjoyment out of your content. Yeah, man. It's silly. It's fun, and I enjoy it. So again, we don't have a fucking agenda to talk about.
All right, let's talk about whatever, man.
Just talk about whatever. But what interested me about you was, one, your interest in doing things that you enjoy, putting out the content of DJing, and in the green screen is a new addition, which I really enjoy. And then also, too, I wanted to talk about MMA. That's something that I'm a big fan of. I'm like a bystander, but I think that it's important in order to learn how to fight. Is that something that when you were first getting into it, you said that you just wanted to train? Was it because you wanted to have the athletic challenge, or was it that you wanted to like actually learn how to like fight?
You know what, bro? When I was growing up, and it might sound cliche, everybody says, they were bullied. Well, I was actually bullied. And I got beat up a lot.
Did you?
At school, thrown in the lockers, after football practice, thrown in the lockers, just because I was skinny, tall, I looked goofy. I was a goofy kid, you know what I'm saying? And I was always athletic and into sports and stuff like that. And after all that, it just kind of made me want to learn how to fight,
Yeah, that makes sense.
And learning how to fight gave me confidence.
Yeah.
Gave you confidence to walk around with your chest up, your head held high. And I honestly think everybody should, go and learn something.
Yeah. What do you recommend as a martial artist first? Boxing? Wrestling?
Anything, man. First, starting out, if you want to actually compete, wrestling. I say you start out with wrestling.
Yeah.
That's the base. I was training for like 5 years, and I would go wrestle with Capichetti, Andrew, and he would still beat me.
Yeah.
Because he wrestled his whole life, you know what I'm saying? So wrestling I feel is the best base.
Okay. Yeah, that
So-
makes sense too.
And then after wrestling, get into boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai.
What about for somebody who's just like myself, that I don't want to compete, but I just want to feel confident? Because right now I don't know how to fight. Like, I don't know how to fight.
Anything, bro. Anything. Boxing.
Anything?
There's a boxing gym down the street. There's a bunch of MMA gyms that are all around us now. That it's gotten pretty popular. There's a UFC gym. They'll teach you. Just anything. Just anything will have you. Your confidence a little bit and self-esteem a little bit higher.
Yeah, I think that's important. Because I've been in situations where people have, and I remember in high school this specific instance, this little like Mexican gangster guy. What high school did you go to?
I went to South Hills.
South Hills. Okay, I went to San Gabriel High School. So
Okay.
a bunch of Mexican gangsters, bunch of Asian
Okay.
gangsters too.
Yeah.
But this like little, I mean, he was shorter than I was, but he had like a hard presence to him, and he just cut me in line and went like this, and I was like, I didn't do shit. I was just kind of looking at him like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't afraid, but I really was afraid, but I really didn't show I was afraid. I was like, dude, you want to cut? Like, okay, you don't have to act all hard. In my mind, I was thinking that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But if I would have said something to him, he probably would have, I don't know,
Done something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in situations like that, I still think about that situation today, where if I knew how to fight, I would have been like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Don't try to punk me.
And your presence would have been different too.
Yeah.
He would have felt your presence as well, that confidence,
Uh-huh.
that self-esteem. He would have just, okay, no, I can't do that to that guy.
Exactly.
Just your presence and self-esteem would have
Exactly.
been different.
And things like that can still happen today. Say, for example, like if you're at a club or something and some guy is just acting stupid and is trying to punk you or, dominate you or what have you. Just having the confidence and the understanding that you could fuck this guy up is enough to hold your ground. You don't have to engage in the contact, but it's just enough to hold your ground, just like maybe like I don't know, move him out of the way or something of the sort. So yeah, man, I mean,
Yeah.
fighting I think is super important.
It's very important to just learn something. I just encourage everybody just to learn something.
Yeah. It made you feel confident.
It made me feel confident, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it changed my life. It gives you discipline, respect for other people, and the confidence. Like some guys would still try to pick a fight with me, like at the club, bar, stuff like that. But just the presence, like of me being calm,
Yeah.
just kind of they back off.
Yeah.
They back off.
Yeah.
Like, dude, are you serious? Like, you want to
Yeah.
do this right now?
Because you can fuck him up.
Yeah, like, bro, you want to go outside? Like, you want to do this, really? Once you say that and they feel that presence, then they know they're dealing with
Have you ever gotten in a fight with somebody
something.
past when you started training?
I've gotten into...
On the street?
No, just like pushing, just choking.
Choking. Whoa.
Yeah.
Like with the hand
This
like
guy,
that?
yeah,
Like Darth
this
Vader?
guy was...
With the force?
Yeah, some guy I was talking to, I guess it was his girlfriend, and he started to like, he was smaller, young kid, maybe like just turned 21. I was 30 at the time, and
you're talking to his girl, trying to holler.
I guess it was his girl. I'm not
Okay.
sure. It was after and he started swinging at me.
Whoa.
And I knew just with one little punch, I can lay this kid out if I wanted to. But I held him back like this, and he's like doing that movie thing, how you're holding the head and
Yeah.
you're swinging. But I'm like, hey, bro, come get your friend, bro. Come get your friend.
Yeah.
That's the closest thing, man. I haven't really.
Well, that's good, man.
Yeah.
Needed to
Yeah, I haven't
needed
really
to use
needed
it.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man. So I've seen some of your fights, and what is it like when you are preparing for the fight? We were talking a little bit about the mindset and getting yourself sharp, drilling. But what is it? What is the mindset at the beginning of camp, and then what is the mindset like at the end of camp? Does it change?
Well, When it does change is when the contract is signed. So when you talk to the promoter will hit you up or whatever. He'll be like, "Hey, I want you to fight for us in 8 weeks." Okay. Do we have an opponent? No, we don't have an opponent yet, but we'll let you know. So at that point, you're psyched about you're going to fight in 8 weeks. So the intensity's still there. You're training hard. The intensity turns up once the contract is signed and once you find out who your opponent is. So once you find out who your opponent and the contract is signed, then it's a done deal. So at that point, everything just tunnels in to that guy.
Yeah.
So for like 8 weeks, I'm just focused on this guy, and I do so much research. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'll know. I'll go to their Instagram. I know what they like. I know who their cousins are. I know, I'm focused just on this guy and just
whooping his ass.
Dude, just kill. It's pretty much.
That's an intense mindset to have.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, when you're going out running and stuff like that, all you're doing is thinking of your opponent. So
wow, that is some tunnel vision right there, huh?
Yeah. So you gotta. It just naturally happens, bro.
Wow.
If somebody told you, oh, you're gonna fight that kid at LA Fitness or whatever in 8 weeks, and he's gonna kick your ass in front of all your whole family and friends, you're gonna go out and try to get in the best mentally and physically possible shape.
Yeah.
Because you could, right?
Wow.
Because you don't want to get embarrassed.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know because I've never been through that situation, but that is an intense mindset to have. Do you feel like that mindset has transferred over into your other aspects of your life?
Wow, that's a good question, bro. I feel like it has, yeah. I feel like the discipline and the hard work that was put in for the fights, I feel like it's transferring over to life in general.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
At work it transferred over. I feel like in life it's transferred over. You gotta have so much discipline. And
before you started fighting and training so intensely, were you able to, like, did you know that you had that in you?
You know what? I had the athletic ability. I didn't have the discipline. I was just a loose cannon. I was up until like 20 years old. I was just partying, drinking, like every other teenager, smoking weed, on the weekends. It was an everyday thing, actually. So, fighting, I can actually say, changed my life.
Wow.
Yeah, fighting changed my life, and
that makes sense. Yeah, because once you know you can accomplish something, you know that you've accomplished that, and so that pattern in your brain is already established, so you can draw upon that again. So say, for example, if you had to do something again, like you already have disciplined yourself in order to go into these fight camps and come out on the other side like, oh shit, I did this. So you already know that you can do that. So if you needed to do it again, you'd be able to do it again. And even if, like, in whatever aspect of life it is, right?
Right. So yeah, I'm trying to pretty much start a new chapter in life. I'm kind of, the fighting was right here, and now I'm trying to start something new. So yeah, exactly like you're saying, I'm trying to bring everything
from fighting into your new chapter of life.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, man. That's fantastic, because the discipline is something that people lack, including me. The discipline, I lack the discipline, bro. Big time.
We all do in some way. We all procrastinate. Consistency, I notice, is the key, bro, with everything. Consistency. And
getting those reps, those at-bats, as Gary Vee would say. Those at-bats. Just gotta get the at-bats. One thing that he says is like, okay, one of the piece of his content was like, and I think that's the piece of content that we were just talking about earlier on the Instagram, where he's saying like, your at-bats. It's like, so what? You dropped an album and, it didn't go platinum or whatever. Like, so what? Just keep on going, because it only takes one swing to hit that home run, but you're not going to hit that home run if you're not taking swings.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. And that's the same for everybody, like putting out content, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get noticed. You just got to keep putting content out,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Content. Who cares? And then Gary Vee says, who cares what you guys don't put out content because you care about what other people are going to think of what you put out. That's the biggest thing that he said, biggest factor. He says people don't put out content because they're so worried about what their friend's going to say.
Yeah. And only if you get 2 likes or whatever.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, that's one thing. Like, if you're enjoying the content that you are putting out, then like literally, who cares? But if you are just putting the content out because you want the likes, then I can see that it may be a bit embarrassing if you only get in like a few likes. And Steve Jobs said this, is like, you have to be passionate and love what you do, because the path to success is quite difficult in whatever you're trying to do, because there's many people who are trying to do that. The competition is great. Mm-hmm. So if you are, say for example, trying to get more likes and you're only putting out content that you think other people will enjoy and they're not enjoying it, you're going to give up.
It's not going to last.
It's not going to last. It's not going to last. I mean, I've been like putting out content for a goddamn long time, since like Teasy's Tunes. You remember that?
I think so.
Yeah, since Teasy's Tunes. And I just enjoy putting out content because it makes my life better. I like it. There's a certain enjoyment and energy that it brings to my life. So I'm just going to keep on doing this. And
it's like a drug, bro.
It's like a drug.
It really is. And social media is life now. If you're not posting on social media, where are you? Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. How are people going to find out about you? You know, you have your own website. We are, in one sense, living in a physical world, and then we are, in one sense, living in a digital world. And the worlds are becoming more and more indistinguishable from one another. It's like, dude, we haven't spoken in a long time, but yet I still feel like I know you, like I've kept in touch with you because of social media. That is weird. That is really, we haven't talked, in years, but yet still I feel like, okay, since I've seen your content forever, I know about you. It's so weird.
That's weird. Yeah,
it is so weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, man, it is really weird. And if you, like we were saying, if you don't post, then how are people going to keep engaged with you or keep in contact with you? It's like you kind of just fall off the map. And we were talking about BJ earlier. He doesn't post on social media at all. So it's like, I don't really know what he's up to. I don't know what he's doing. You know?
Yeah, I'm sure he's doing well, but we just don't know.
Yeah, we just don't know.
We just don't know. What happened?
Well, for him, he's never been like a person really into social media, and he's kind of doing his own thing, enjoying his life offline, which is great too. You know, but for people like us, we enjoy putting out the content. Mm-hmm. So where are you going to put out the content? It has to be through social media, right?
Right.
How else are you going to put it out? Like, if you were to put out content, like, where else besides social media would you put it? I don't even know. Like, I guess you could put it on your website. Is that not considered social media? But like,
what were we doing before? What the hell were we doing before, dude?
Well, I remember,
I'm trying to think,
when you were in high school and when I was in high school, we were at parties and stuff.
Yeah, but what were we making? Like, we were making VHS tapes. We were filming on the camcorder, weren't we?
Yeah.
Or what were we doing?
Yeah, filming on the camcorder, creating memories. But dude, ever since like MySpace hit.
Oh, MySpace, that's right.
MySpace, yeah, dude, it's never been the same. We've all been living in this part real physical world and then part in the digital world. And I feel like it's going to go more and more into the digital.
Oh, bro, this is just the start.
This is just the start.
Like Gary Vee said, he says, if you hate social media right now, if you think kids, they don't talk to anybody and they're just always on their phones, if you think that, this is bad, wait in 5 years.
Yeah.
Wait in 5 years. You know, if you're hating social media right now, wait in 5 years.
Yeah, it's gonna be intense. So, like, what is gonna be the next thing? The next Instagram, the next Facebook, the next Snapchat. What is the next thing that's gonna be even more like greater than video? I mean, it's just getting more and more engaged and ingrained in our biology almost. Like, it feels like for me, dude, I'm on Instagram every single day,
Right.
guaranteed. I mean, how many people that are watching this right now are on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat every single day? I guarantee I would put money on it about 90%. 90%, 9 out of 10 people. So it's like,
Bro.
I mean, it's not going to stop.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy. My buddy, my good friend Jade, was sleeping on my couch 2 years ago. Jade's he graduated from Cal Berkeley in film school. Cal Berkeley Film School. Never really posted content on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. 2 years ago, I sold him my car. He was sleeping on my couch at my house. Jade now has over 350,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Over 100,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
Dude is making over $20,000 a month
From
YouTube and Instagram. YouTube and Instagram. I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying.
I gotta follow this guy. I gotta check out his content.
He's awesome. He's funny. He's a comedian.
Nice.
He's a comedian. He was a starving comedian before. He was doing comedian shows in Hollywood, but there's not too much money with that, you know, unless you're one of the top guys. You're holding your own shows. You're renting out places.
It's crazy.
Dude was sleeping on my couch.
Wow.
I'm not even lying. Using our, you know.
That's amazing, man. Good for him.
Now he's just, and he actually told me something. He actually told my brother something who told me something. He says, if you have an idea, do it right then. Do it right then. Because he would have ideas and he would postpone it. Of course, we all procrastinate. He would keep procrastinating. But he says, once you have an idea, shoot it right there. Shoot it on the spot.
Yeah.
You want to get somebody on your podcast?
Hit him up right away.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I do. Cool, man.
So that's pretty much what he told me. So I kind of been just living by that philosophy.
Dope, man. Okay, let's end with that. For anybody who's got an idea, do it right away. It's important. If it's not like starting a business, you got to take a little bit more time to think about, you know, things like that and plan. But for posting something, piece of content that you think is creative, funny, intellectual, whatever it is, do it right away. Cool, man. Bad Anthony.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, bro. All right.